back, everybody. It's D with D's Tackle Box. It's great to have you here with us. If this is the first time that you've joined our channel, stick around, learn something about fishing, gears, lures, things like that. And if you like it, feel free to check out our other videos. We got a whole bunch of them on different brands and lures and specific colors, themes, patterns, rarities, things like that. So if you like our channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That helps us keep this channel going, and at the same time, we get to provide a lot of information out there for some of you people that have asked questions to us via emails and messages. We always try to address everything that we get, but at the same time, we also like to thank our people that are, our followers and our people that are actually into the same hobby. It's always, mutual gratification when we exchange gifts and items and things like that. And in this case, in this time today, I received a package courtesy of one of our guys here on Instagram, and he reached out to me and said he wanted to send something to us, and we wanted to share that with you today. So wanted to kick it off on this video by sharing to you what we got here in this package. And I really appreciate Mr. Dan Beatty. I appreciate you taking the time to do this and adding something to our collection that's obviously gonna stay there for a good long while to come. So if you can tell, we got a little letter here. And there's a couple of different items in here, actually. We have a couple of patches. Let's see. And if you guys know me, you already know we got tons of patches. We're always adding, we're always collecting those. And these are pretty cool, man. So we got a Pose Super Cedar, which I didn't have that one. And I believe this one's a new one for me too. Cedar wood. Pose handcrafted, Pose cedar wood handcrafted lures. These are going to come in handy. I got a couple of lures that I've been meaning to take a picture of, and these will place nicely for that. There's also a small letter here, and I'd like to share it with you guys if you're okay with that, Dan. Making sure we don't have anything on there that's personal. We want to make sure and say thank you to Mr. Dan Beatty. It says, love your YouTube stuff. Please keep up the great work. Dan Beatty, he is touching base with us from Calgary, Canada. And he reached out to us on Facebook. And I believe on Instagram, he goes by Salty Sticks on Instagram. So I'm going to tag you on here so that I can go ahead and thank you. Personally, I appreciate you providing us these patches. And feel free to reach out to me. We're always coming across different things and items and lures and fishing rods, reels, and all that kind of stuff. So if you're looking for something specific, let me know, and I can always accommodate those type of requests as best as we can. But we do appreciate adding a couple of more patches to our stash is always a good thing for us. It says on here, we got a couple of other items here. Can you please forward these other patches to Retro? Thank you, and have a great, prosperous new year. So, Mr. Dan, we appreciate that. Thank you for reaching out to us, and we'll definitely make those other ones get to their destination. Now, on to our video. Let's talk lures. Welcome back, everybody. It's D with D's Tackle Box, and now we get to talk a little bit more about fishing lures. A lot of times we get these lures in tackle boxes that are all beat to hell. And some people that I know just refuse to work with them. They don't want them. They will literally put them in a pile and throw them in the tackle box, put it on the curb. There's other people that just strip them down and repaint everything. Some people restore them to the original conditions. And many of us fish them as is. And there's a lot of other factors in between. But when it comes to old fishing lures that we come across and we collect and things like that, a lot of times we get some really good ones that we want to repurpose, but not necessarily just do away with the whole original paint scheme or things like that. So I was going to show y'all a couple of these lures that we've got. We've just accumulated a lot of them throughout these years, and I thought it would be nice to show y'all a little bit about what we do and what kind of lures we work with and things like that. And some of these you might recognize from other pages and other groups and other means of finding out info about old lures and stuff like that. Like, for example, this one here. This one here is a creek chub pikey. And if you notice, it's missing the eyeballs. It's missing one of the hooks, the cups here for the hardware where the hooks go. It's got one left on there. It's missing something on the tail. I believe there's another cup that goes around the tail there. And then the hook, the treble hook, and the hook hanger. So this one's missing quite a bit of parts, and I don't know where we got this from. All I know is I probably got it because I could use the hardware on it. But the lure itself is not in bad shape as far as the paint goes. It's just somebody pried the eyes out of there, which kind of sucks. And just robbed all the other hardware off of it. So this could either be put back together, put some eyes on there and fish it, or you can you know, take care of the hardware and use it for another one. So this is an example of a creek chub pikey minnow that came to us in as-is condition, and you can tell we're not going to do anything as far as like marketing this for a sale, but we would actually put it back together maybe and go fishing with it, or strip it down, repaint it, do something different with it. We have also on the creek chub part, we have a body here of a darter. So you can see here, I don't know if it's able to focus all the way down there, but it's got these cups that are missing here. You can see the little circle right around there. Right at the very edge here, you can see an indentation where the cup would sit. So this is missing both cups, all three. Well, looks like it's got, you see there's a cup right there inside. It's inserted. And so this is what's missing on the other one. This keeps the hook, the treble hook, and the base of the hook from kind of grinding around the edges there and taking all the paint off. This is a creek chub darter, and as you can see, it's an old lure. Pretty cool looking lure actually. If you put some hooks on it, I bet this guy would fish pretty good. It's got some eye damage there, but that's about it. Everything else just, you know, scuffed up paint and stuff like that. I'm not too picky when it comes to fishing lures that I'm going to use for fishing. Here goes another creek chub. Yeah, it's like we're covering all of these guys all at once. So this one here is your injured minnow. And so this one is actually missing both hooks, both treble hooks, both cups. And it's just supposed to be like this here. The treble hook, the hook hardware or the hook hanger, and a couple of metal pieces that go in between to keep it from making too much contact with the wood there. This one actually has really nice eyes on it, so it could be a possible candidate to get restored and reused, or, you know, possibly for those that like to collect the old wooden lures in as-is condition. Now, I believe this is another one. Yeah, this is another one of the creek chub varieties, and this one is also missing a back hook, but this one I believe had a long rod or something like that with the spinner at the back. So this is your creek chub, what is this, a beetle or something like that, creek chub beetle, and you can see the shape and everything. It's just missing a hook on the back, and not sure what it's missing right there in the front nose. I see a little hole right there. So this one could be something that could possibly be put back together and used, or fished, or displayed, or collected, or whatever. What do y'all want to see next? Some of the older brands or the newer brands? We got some of the older stuff, like for example, speaking of the Poes, here's a Poe. What is this? A top water type, kind of like a Zara Spook body type Poe wooden lure. So you can see this one's missing the hanger for the hook, hook hanger, nose tie. So this one's pretty much just the body. We could literally turn this sucker, take all that paint off and repaint it, and we'd have a nice little top water bait. What do y'all think? Too far gone? Who knows? We also have let me see, I got old plastic ones that look similar but are very different, in the sense that these were early plastics that get kind of warped out. You can check out some our other videos that talk about the early plastics. This one has the same effect going on. I might add this one to my mummy stash of early plastic lures. Here's another one and another one. All of these are going to go to my mummy style. So look, let me show you all these other two that I found. Here's some hula poppers that have also seen better days and have shrunken from where they used to be. So pretty cool, huh? We have also, let me see, a couple of bombers. Who doesn't know this brand? So this is your bomber. I forgot what model this is. I think it's a 300 for the size. Not sure, but these are wooden lures made out of Sherman, Texas. And, well, I might be wrong. Not Sherman, Texas. I'll find out. But either way, these are missing the cups right here, the hooks. Everything else is there. You got the line tie, the old. This is the old. I think it says Luxon. And they have a metal lip there with the screw that holds it in place. So you can find yourself hook eyes and some cups, or maybe just even the treble hooks and the hangers there. Maybe make this sucker work for a little while. This is the way the body looks when it's totally stripped. This one looks like it was getting a paint job. And on that bomber note, we also have some of these old water dogs, which are actually kind of popular, especially during spring and summer, for running in front of the baits to make them dive deeper, especially in deeper lakes around here. This is your bomber water dog, and you can see the paint job is pretty, pretty far gone as far as melted off. But the lure itself has never been like scratched up or done. I think this one was brand new, probably just stored with some worms or something. You can see all the damage right there. And on the other side, all that's worm damage right there. What do we got here? This looks to be an early Hedden vamp and rainbow at that. Look at that. But the paint is a different story. That sucker is just gone. I mean, this looks like it went through probably a Mako paint job a couple of times in its life. So you can see it's missing everything. Hardware. Can't even see the eyes on there. The paint's all cracked up. So this one could be a good candidate for putting it together in a different way. Maybe do some snake skin on this plastic one. I mean on this old wooden lure, and see what we can accomplish with that. Or maybe just cleaning it all up, taking it down to 0, and then throwing some nice scale pattern on it. I don't know. We'll see what we can do with that. But if you guys have any lures like these that y'all want to trade in for something that you can use to fish, holler at me, man. I mean, I'm always exchanging lures, especially because I like to collect these so that I can use them for different projects. Here's two that I'm not exactly sure. Paw, or I can't remember the other brands, the economy lines that they had. But these guys right here look like top water poppers, and look like they might come in handy, especially around the grasses. They got the frog patterns on them. Okay, so now we move on to the next ones. I have a couple of these top water lures here that are, and I'm going to show you, they look the same. All of these right here, they all look the same to me when I first saw them. But they're all different, or at least 2 out of 3 are different. So this one here, I thought these were all South Bend lures. But this one with these weird chopper propellers, I found out is a Ozark wood chopper. So you can Google that and you can see they have these weird sharp, almost like, cutters or something on the propellers there. Pretty sharp if you go this way with them. But this is a, what is it, Ozark Mountain or something like that, I believe it's called. Ozark lures, wood chopper. Then we have these guys who I thought also were the same South Bend stuff. They're nice and round, plumpy. These are actually Clark, the ones that make the Spence Scout, which is this guy here. These guys are the same brand, and top water lure. I don't know the name of those, but I know that they're from the same Scout, the Clark Water Scout company. They make these top water ones too, so you can tell they're all repainted and everything. I don't know that it would be worth taking them down to the original paint. This one looks like it had the well, I don't know, white with the red head probably. Either way it goes, these two could be stripped and redone, or you can use them as is. I mean, they're already painted. We also have some South Bend, yep, South Bend Orino, and you can tell the cut right there from the neck. It's separates the body from the head, the red head Orino by South Bend. These guys, easy to strip down and repaint. You could do something different with that, put it back in the water. Maybe go with a nice green hues and white silver belly undertone. See what happens. But that's the kind of lures that we're looking for. Always looking for different ones that we can use for that. Here's another bomber. You can see again the shape of the body, where the lip goes. All the hardware's gone on that one. Another one that's just going to be a body only. We got some Smithwick stuff. For those of you guys that like the Louisiana lures, this is a carrot top, missing both hooks and the line tie. And I believe there's another one here somewhere. Yep, this one's all repainted. Got a couple of imperfections on it, but I think they just messed up a good bait because it had perfect paint job, and it looks like they just threw these red bands all over. So, and it happens. It's kind of like finding these guys here too. This is a plastic head and pumpkin seed in a crappie, and actually it's a pretty cool lure if it was nice and clean. You could put some hooks and hardware, and you could probably sell that for a good, you know, bill or two. Not like $100 bills, but maybe like 10 or 20 bucks. This one here is a Eager brand, and these were weighed down, so I guess these were sinking, chopping type of minnows, just underwater. Fast casting, and then you bring them in pretty fast action, I'm assuming, so they can spin that propeller. So I found this one in this junk box, probably because it's got a little bit of lead exposed and all that stuff. So we'll put it to work. Here's one that is going to not be repaired because there's no hope for that one. That's what happens with the Bagley. And I believe this one was in a box that burnt up. And it was actually saved from that box. So got one of these guys that made it. This one here was fished hard until hit the rocks and went through the clear coat. Now it has no right side of the face. It used to look like this. Now it looks like this. Somebody took the time to put this full work together, so wish they would have marked it so we knew who made it, but I didn't get any of that. So if y'all guys know who made this, or y'all have an idea you think you might know, holler at me, let me know. Let me see what else we got here that I haven't shown y'all, because we got tons of lures inside this box. Tons of lures, just nothing but donors. There's some really cool folk art stuff out there that sometimes I run across pieces and I just buy them because they look like they would be something interesting. For example, this one has a screw attached to the body, but the hook is going underneath and it's tied with some kind of wire. And it's even got a cutout for the gills. Some big eyeball buttons. I think it's brass, maybe brass nails or something. And the nice little line tie with the cup mouth. I don't know how it would float or anything like that, but sure does look like a nice earlier crude type of self-made lure. On the crankbait side, I don't know who makes this one. Somebody told me, but I'm not sure who makes it. And this guy here is missing the whole lip, so you know, it's all beat up. It looks like it got chewed up by some fish somewhere at one point or something. But pretty cool looking lure. Color is right. I love the orange on the chin like that, and the eyeballs look pretty cool. Let's see what else we got. I already showed you these guys. Here's another one of the Bagleys that survived that Bagley burnt down box. That box was in a garage fire, and we were able to get a couple of lures out of there that were still good, but these guys were some that just didn't make it. We also have a baby South Bend Orino, or the Midge Orino, and these are tiny ones. They're about maybe 2 inches, 2.5 inches, maybe 2 inches. And those are going to be, I guess, just cleaned up and reused. We got a couple of other ones like this one here. I can't remember who makes this one. It looks like it's a wooden torpedo. And maybe like Paw Moonlight, those type of brands because of the eyeball, I'm not sure. We have also some of these that we use to repaint, recoat, and reuse to fish. This one here is an old, I think it's a woods lure. Papa Doodle or something like that, I'm not sure. Can't remember the name on those. It has a pink and a green back, so I'm thinking like a shiner a shiner scale or some kind of shad type of pattern going on there. That one's gonna probably be sanded down, repainted, reused. Got a couple of them that are almost there. I don't know what kind of lure this is, but it's gonna be put to work. Found another little Scout, the Topwater Spent Scouts. This one's all jacked up so you can see the kind of quality that we have to work with. Now, don't get me wrong, man, I'm not complaining. These lures are all awesome in their own way. A lot of them have seen, you know, a lot of fish mouth and, you know, possibly more than your buddy that you took fishing with you last weekend. But we wanted to make sure that we show you all these because a lot of times when you go through these boxes, some of y'all guys that go out there picking, I know because y'all message me your picks and stuff like that, and I like that. It's pretty cool to see what kind of stuff y'all pick up in other places. But a lot of times, a lot of you guys that don't care much for these lures, set them aside. If you're not going to do anything with them, holler at us and we can make something work where you can get some lures that you want and we can get some of those lures that we want to use. So holler at me, let me know via email, message me, whatever. If you're on my groups on Facebook, you know where to find me, stuff like that. We do like being here, enjoying all the time that we can, doing this lure thing with you guys. Unfortunately, we also have to take care of a lot of our stuff around here as far as our little farm. So we're trying to get both things done at the same time, keep this going. You know, we got a full year ahead of us and the year is flying by quickly. We're already well into the month of January. So tune in for the next weekend. I am going to make sure that this year we try to put out one video every weekend so that you guys can have a continuous catalog of information at your hands, so that anything that pops up, you can always send us a message and we can, you know, do the research for you guys, put a video together. And the way that y'all thank us is by liking and subscribing. Comment on the comments too. It helps everybody else that's watching the videos. Sometimes I don't get to address every single lure in specific, like years made, patterns, colors, names, when we're moving quite along, covering a bunch of lures. But if you guys can help and you guys know anything about the lures that we featured, hey, share it with the rest of us, man. A lot of them, a lot of the people that are tuning in sometimes find us for the first time. And we want to encourage you guys to also stick around, like us, subscribe to our channel. We guarantee we'll make this a better channel as we go. And you will see the progress as we continue to help each other out in this cool hobby, sport, lifestyle, whatever you want to call it. I've heard it all. So we'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed the video. If so, let us know. Till next time, this is D signing off. Fish out.